Alright, little duck. Oh, you're not a very good patient. Alright, little duck. Oh, you're so nasty, eh? Whoa, oh. Sorry about that. You gonna hiss some more? Oh, you're tough, eh? You got a little bit of a growl to you. Alright. We're moving the duck hospital, folks. I'm moving it to the garage because we got another patient tomorrow. I gotta bring Fabio's brother in. He's got a bit of a limp, and I noticed the bottom of his foot tonight. So tomorrow he's gonna go into the hospital. But I gotta set it up in the garage because the back room with all the camera equipment, the dust from the ducks is too much. I had to wipe everything off tonight just from that one duck back there. So duck hospital moving. I'll have to put a little night light or something on over there. I think it'd be a better place. Alright, fire up here. What do we got happening here? Which streams are running? I don't think I have the back of the barn running yet. I don't think the YouTube notifications is working yet either. Okay. Let's fire up the back of the barn because now I've got the new door set up. Oh boys, I had a bad day. Actually, I had a day I struggled. I had a struggling day. Things didn't go right here for Matt. I'm so tired from walking back and forth to the garage. In the snow, dragging your feet through the snow. What stream, what camera's number 3? Okay, I forget which encoder it is. Oh, better turn the encoder on. Hello, Gene. I got your email. Yeah, I read it. Just haven't had a chance to hit the R for reply. The Alt R. Hello, Jennifer. Carter. Is the YouTube notifications finally working? Man, I I struggled today. Struggled. You wouldn't believe what took place. So tired from it all. Okay, next one. I'm ready to collapse right now. I can't because I still got water to do tonight before I go to bed, which I might collapse and wake up and go down and do the water. I got a tub for outside, a water tub. I think it's going to work. It's black rubber, so it won't break, and I'm pretty sure it's going to. I feel confident. And then I scored. Just wait here, front night. I scored Canadian Tire, regular $27.99 on sale for $14.99. A big tub. It's 132 liters, but I'm going to cut it down the top 4 inches off of it. So I'm going to measure tomorrow the water, but I'm thinking it's going to hold like 80 liters of water. That's what I'm thinking. Which means that if it can hold 80 liters of water, it'll be enough water to last half a day. Exactly half a day, no problem. No running down doing water at 10 o'clock at night. Like fill it up at night and let the ducks out in the morning. Water will be empty. Rinse it out outside. Fill her back up at the end of the day. Like I think it's going to work, and it takes up less floor space than 2 water stations, because I put the 2 water stations beside it, and the water stations wouldn't even fit in the tub. So it's actually a smaller footprint in the barn, and it'll have a higher capacity. Okay, so back of barn, front barn. I gotta end this one. Oh, Carl, that was the bad. That was what might hold my. You would not believe. Okay, did you see the update? I did the door. Okay, I made the door great, rigamajig, pretty nifty actually. No chains to screw around with. Actually, I think I'm going to modify one of the Goose shed to match it because it's sweet. There's no chains. It's a gravity lever. So I think I'm going to do the Goose shed that way. That's what I'm thinking. The door is awesome. It's years of me struggling with the other doors that today I said I'm going to make this so I don't struggle with it, because I've struggled with the doors with the chains. The chains is the problem. I'm just starting these streams, folks. The chains holding the gate up are brutal because they never work. Like they work, but they're always a bugger, especially when you got your gloves on. Like I said, I'm going to modify the Goose shed one so that it's the same as the duck shed. I'm going to do it. That's going to be another one of my mods because it's like slick. The lever can't accidentally come unlocked. Like right now with the Goose shed, the chain can accidentally come unlocked and the gate can come down. Can't in the duck. I'll get to the good batteries, Carl. You never answered me if you saw my door. Did you see the door? It's very important if you tell me that, Carl. I need affirmation. Okay. So, my day was going not bad up to that point, Carl. The door was, you know, sort of like the pinnacle. That was the pinnacle of my day. Good. The high point of my day was the door. Everything from that point on went downhill. Like everything. Okay. So as you know, the battery in my truck, we're estimating somewhere around 20 years old. Very old battery. Very, very old. I've never bought a battery for that truck. So it's very old. Like 17, 20 years old. Okay? So, do you know what it's like removing a battery that's been in the same position for that many years? in an old rusted truck. First of all, the bracket. Okay, I'm doing the bracket in the bottom. Snap the bolt off. It was just a bugger. Okay, so I snapped the bolt off in the bottom. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to fix this because you gotta have a clamp to hold your battery down somehow. So I gotta come. That's gonna be a thing I gotta fix later. So then the battery post. This is a GM truck. Okay, it's a Chevrolet, but the battery posts are on the side. GM, whoever came up with that idea, honestly, should be shot. They should be shot. I'm not kidding you. Who would have ever thought of putting a 5/16 nut bolt size on a battery post? Okay, like it's vice grips. Okay, it wouldn't even come loose. Just stripped the 5/16, just spun around. So then the vice grips, they wouldn't come off either. Couldn't get them off. Okay, and you got to be really careful because if you short when you're doing the positive, you can't get inside to you can't get inside to get at the negative. You got to, because the battery's got to slide out some to get at the negative. So the battery, the positive sitting out in the open. So you're with the vice grips trying to do it, and you got to be careful you don't dead short, because if there's any gas from the battery, you're gonna have an explosion right then. Okay, so you got to be really, really careful. End up getting the sawzall out and cutting the bolts off the battery. Okay, couldn't believe it. So I cut the bolts off the battery, off the top of the battery posts. Then it was still not coming off. They were corroded on. Anyways, a lot of screwing around. I had to cut all the insulators off, the connectors. Had to make new bolts to go in the battery. And luckily I had the right size of bolts here in the hardware store. A little modifying, but I got it. And instead of 5/16 now, it's got a 9/16 head on it, so you can tighten her down good. So got the battery in. So then, and which is was a real bugger. So now it's like, I think it's like around 4 o'clock now. Okay, I mean, I was struggling with this thing for roughly 2.5, 3 hours outside. Can't put gloves on because it's that type of work that you got in your hands. So it's like, -7. Hands are a bit raw right now from the wind. Anyways, the bracket that holds the battery down, I broke it right at the beginning. So now I have to fix it. So I got some big self-tapping bolts. Put it on the drill truck. Put her in, and the drill truck, I got it down, I got the bolt, I'm going down, and I dropped the end of the drill truck in the fender well, gone forever in the truck. I'm like, okay. I go into the garage and I look, and luckily I had a second one. I black taped it into the socket so I wouldn't lose it this time. Anyways, drilled it. Got it started, it wouldn't go in all the way. Had to use a ratchet to get it to go in. Oh, it was just a nasty job. It was just ugly. And in the old Q van, the battery is inside the fender well. Okay, so like, and there's like the brake, master cylinder brake here. Like, you've got literally this much room to work with, but the battery is over here. If you follow what I'm saying, like this right here is your working space. But the battery is over here, so you're like this inside the fender well. Anyways, it didn't work out. It wasn't a good day, and it turned out that the positive post on the battery was corroded. It was leaking. There was a leak, and that was causing a corrosion, so there was no contact. That's why the battery got murdered, because I swear if the post hadn't leaked and caused the corrosion, I wouldn't have had lost the battery. The battery would have still kept going. So That's the deal. Oh. Anyways. Carl, side post batteries. The engineer really should be put down for that one. With a 5/16 head on it. Like 5/16. Who puts a 5/16 head on a battery terminal? Anyways. Well, that was my day. I'm really tired. But I do have the tub now here. I stopped at those awesome people at the Woodworks, man. What an awesome company. I went in there and I said, look, I need a half a piece of styrofoam. Do you have any broken styrofoam? They took me back and gave me a piece. There you go. I was like right on for the water station outside, because I'm gonna insulate it completely, so that I think you're gonna be impressed with the water station outside. What my idea is. So that's going to happen here, and like I said, and the water station in the barn. Oh, they were so helpful today, giving me for free. No. Agent Sassy, there's 4 streams running right now. Go check them out. Your questions will be answered. And Carter is barking orders. Do you see that? Who are you, Carter, to come onto my channel and bark orders? I don't take kind to that. I trigger easily when people bark orders, especially when I don't even know who you are. Don't you love that when people come onto this stream and you've never seen them before and they just bark orders and then they expect you just to do it? Well, the thing is, Plasma, I would have to change my my cables to do that. But I ain't doing it. It's done. Truck's fixed. And you know what? My headlights are brighter now. I was wondering about that. My headlights were getting duller and duller. And you know, don't email me for advice, please, about live streaming. That's a bad suggestion, Gene. I won't answer that. I don't answer those questions. I'm ducks, man. You want to learn about live streaming? Jump into it. Get yourself an iPhone and start. So, and money. You need money. No, don't be sorry, Gene. It's all right. I forgive you. Lots of money, because everything costs lots of money. Well, I only bought a battery with a 3-year warranty, because the truck sits all the time, so I'm hoping it works. Probably this battery won't last. Hello, Donna. I think it's not going to last, but it's fixed. But I know one thing now: the headlights are brighter. And when I go to start it, it starts really fast. Like it goes. I was like, I haven't heard the starter make that noise in a long time. And Tammy Ray is just losing it with a question. She keeps posting the same question over and over and over. She's pushy. Man, I'm very close to being triggered tonight, Tammy. I'm in a bad mood. I'm just doing a stream because I just want to let you know what happened here today. But you know, if I don't answer your question, it's because it's like, it really doesn't matter. Like, it's like, it's I can't help you out. How? Oh, Inga. You have no idea how much I cursed myself today. You have no idea. It was like a simple job. I had half my toolbox out at the garage, and of course the truck was facing the wrong direction. It was facing away from the garage, okay? And it was snowing. So everything I had was getting covered with snow. The back of my neck got covered in snow. If you're heading up to Ottawa, it's slow driving, Deb. Went to town, and I was blown away by the car. Because I was going to take the truck in, but it I took the car because I haven't drove this thing in a snowstorm yet, and I was absolutely blown away, impressed. Now I wouldn't go forging roads like I do with the truck, but I was impressed because the roads are covered nice, snow plow wasn't even out. Up my driveway, no problem. But it is pretty fluffy snow right now. We have about 8 inches, 20 centimeters of snow on the ground right now, and it's still snowing. My neighbors are all out blowing their driveways. I'm just laughing, driving home, watching them all out there in the dark doing their driveways. And I'm like, man, it's still snowing. It's like tomorrow. Do it all at once. No, Jennifer, you need lots of snow before you get this fluffy stuff. This fluffy stuff, all it does is cover up the rocks so that you can hurt yourself hitting the rocks. The gravity lock. Don't you love that, Carl? I thought to myself, this will never accidentally come unlocked. It's impossible. It hangs down so, and it's loose. So like it's gonna you physically have to lift it up to get the door to come down. There's no way it can accidentally come down. I don't care how strong the wind is, it ain't gonna happen. All done with scrap metal. I had there's scrap steel in my scrap steel bucket at the hardware store, and we made her work. Threaded rod. So I'll be plowing tomorrow with the little tractor. Gravity lock, Kim, look at my update video this afternoon. You'll see it. I made one today for the door. It's easier to look at the video than you try to articulate it because it won't make any sense to you until you see it. When you see it, you go, yeah, that's a good idea. You signed yourself into detox, Brian? Detox or rehab after too many barleys? How many eggs do I get every day? It varies, Carter. Today we got 37 eggs though. $37 and 4 double yolkers. More double yolkers. And today there was only 2 broken eggs because we were in the barn. The chat's right here, Ethan. You're chatting. I'm chatting. You're chatting to me. I'm answering you. Am I enjoying a barley sandwich? No, I'm drinking water. I need water. I'm so dehydrated. My neighbor with the big tractor. When we get big snow, I get big tractor. This is light, fluffy snow, so I'll struggle with the little tractor. No. Food bank very soon. They open the 19th. So what day is the 19th? I gotta be there a couple days before the 19th at least. I think in this weekend I'll do a run to the food bank. They open the 19th to 20th, so yeah, probably this week. Like 16th to the 17th. I gotta get rid of the duck stuff first here, winter. So. Yes, Tammy, I answered the question you asked. And you walked away from the computer, right? See, that's why I don't answer demanding questions. Because I answered and you left the room. Terry thinks that's funny. Well, Terry, don't you hate that when you answer somebody's question but they've left the room? Then they come back and say, did you answer my question? Like, hello, Lester. No, my day sucked, Lester. You name it. It was like ridiculous how bad things went. I'm not repeating myself, Tammy. I don't repeat myself. Sorry. You'll have to rewatch the video when it's a video to get your answer. Since it's easier to sort the eggs, how would the geese being separated make it easier to sort the eggs? I don't understand. The geese, they just provide less stress right now, so the females lay more eggs. Well, you don't worry about mixing duck eggs and goose eggs together. You can't mix them together. They're so different in size. I know, Inga. They used to live stream. People ask you questions and you answer them, and you think they're there and they're gone. Then they use the excuse, I have kids. It's like, and Ethan's confused. Really sorry, Ethan. Can't help you out if you're confused. Ducks first, then kids. Exactly, Carl. She's got to get her priorities right. I ain't got time for that. Jennifer, you have no idea how much I talk to myself, especially when I'm having a bad day like I did today. Whoa, man. You wouldn't believe the conversation I was having. Like, unbelievable, the conversation I was having today. But kids do watch this show, Agent Sassy. We have lots of kids that watch this show. Sometimes they don't hang around with the chat because I'm a little too rough. But they go to the duck. Right now the kids can go to the duck stream and the adults can hang out here and take the abuse. Yes, I had something for supper, Gene. I cheated when I was in town. I got a duck. I got a chicken right now that I took out of the oven and it's back in the fridge. It's spiced up. I will cook it tomorrow. But I'm just absolutely, I have no energy. Today was a bad day. Because things didn't go right. And when things don't go right, it's like, I'm not kidding you. You can believe the amount of talking I did to myself today. Like, it would have been a show and a half, if I would have had a tripod, but it couldn't be, it was snowing, but it would have been snowing. Well, then the snow added a little extra to it, the irritation, because I was bent over and the back of my neck was getting just covered in snow, so it was constantly cold. Like, my neck is still cold from the amount of snow that I got treated with today. Oh, it was bad. Man, I don't believe how brutal it was to get that battery out. But everything was going well, you know, until I started the truck. But I had to fix the truck. I got 4 bottles of Tabasco. I bought 4, not 6. I should have bought 6, but I bought 4. Oh, no, it was too warm. I was taking clothes off today. It was only -6. It was actually quite nice to work outside with no gloves on in the wind and the snow. The old truck's ready to go. Going on a straw run tomorrow. What's going to happen here? I got a hunch I'm not going to work in the water, but we'll see. We might do some water working. Obviously, going to do tomorrow morning chores. Then I'm going to chores. Potentially plow my driveway, or potentially go get straw, then plow my driveway. Something like that. But straw has to happen tomorrow. because I have no straw. So, yes, I got coffee. Bought 2 extra tins. So, yeah, we had snow squalls all day in the driveway while I was working. It's all, you know what's fun? Is you stand up and turn your head around like that in the driveway and get just a blast of snow right in your face. That's always fun when you're trying to do mechanics outside. Mechanics outside in the snow is fun in a snowstorm. But the straw run is happening for sure, because I might not be plowing tomorrow. I might not be plowing the driveway. I might be just going and getting up, do my chores, get in the truck, go get straw, come back, and clean the barn out. Because I'm thinking the barn tomorrow morning is going to be a sheet of duck poop. I'm thinking that's what's going to happen. My driveway getting plowed. So. And I still got to put the wheel weights and the other tire and the front tire chains on the tractor. I haven't done that yet. What I'm thinking tomorrow is go get straw, and I'm going to leave the straw in the back of the truck because I haven't straightened out the back shed yet. So the back shed's not ready for me to put the straw into. I'm way behind, but I did get everything done so the ducks are inside and we're protected. So that's not bad, you know. I don't have like all my ducks in a row, but the ducks are safe, and that's the important part. That's all that really matters, is that the barn or the ducks are safe. Well, Gene, this barn cleaning is going to be better than the first one I did with the, you know, when I washed it out yesterday or 2 days ago. It's because it's wet. This slop, it should be like, it should just like I should with the snow shovel, it should just slide. There shouldn't be any hard stuff like there was the last time, you know, with all that crumble that had cemented to the floor, and I had to take the hose. It's going to be very clean, but you know, we're going to burn through a ton of straw, a ton of straw. It takes 3 bales to do the barn. So that's $9 a crack. Every time we clean the barn, $9. So. No, this is a new shovel, plasma. I got the Donald Trump shovel, the magma shovel, or Mada shovel. Make ducks great again. No, Mada ducks make ducks great. It's red. It's the Donald Trump shovel. It's the Trump shovel. There's no ads on my stream, Ethan. I stream ad-free. Oh. Yes, actually, you know, Gene, honestly, it should. No, it's red plastic plasma. It's not painted. It's actually red plastic. It's Jennifer, the settings never change. It's called the internet. It's a public domain, and it doesn't always work right. My settings are static. They don't change. I'm working with static streams. It's not an app. I'm static. I configured it. It's permanent. I hit save. It's assigned to that MAC address, that IP address. Nothing changes. It's the internet. Somehow the internet between you and me, which is not that far, you're really close actually, if you think about it. There's nothing much that can go wrong when it's being rerouted through how many switches all over the world to get to you. So, I stream statically. That's why I went through all this work to set everything up like this. It's hardwired, static. The best way you can stream. Yeah, they're all plastic. Plasma, I haven't seen a metal snow shovel. Well, you know the blue one and the red one I have, the shovel, that I shovel the pen with, and then my old one that I had since a kid. They're the last metal shovels I've ever seen for snow. Everything's plastic now. Those are my 3 aluminum shovels. Everything else is plastic. So the aluminum lasts forever. Well, I got a shovel that I used to shovel driveways with when I was a kid. And that's like a long time ago because I'm 55 and I haven't shoveled a driveway for coinage since I was like 12. And I used to shovel driveways with this shovel. That's how old it is. So that's old. No, that's steel, aluminum. Aluminum. So think about that. That's like 43 years ago. That shovel used to make me an income. Well, I used to make the income using that shovel. Yeah, it's old, eh? Like seriously. I shoveled driveways with that when I was a young lad. It's lost a lot of its curve. It's now like it doesn't have the curve anymore. It's a little bit straight. It's good for cutting because it's sloping down now. It's had its use, but it's going strong. It's in the Goose shed. Today I almost broke my arm with it because the Goose nuggets are frozen solid and it's like hitting a rock underneath the snow. You go along and it's sliding, and then she hits a frozen Goose nugget and nugget, and it just like boom, she stops like the brake hit. Kids don't shovel driveways anymore, Tina. Though the frozen Goose nuggets, they're bad. River, you have no idea. Like bad. Your father's shovel? What do you mean, father? I don't understand that. Where's my shovel? Yeah, kids expect it. Well, that's because the parents made it that way, Plasma. When I was a kid, my parents, there was 2 of us, 2 boys, and we were classed as the on-site maintenance crew. We were like little Mexicans, is what we were. As soon as we were old enough to push the lawnmower without cutting our feet off, that was our job. And since you couldn't cut your foot off with a snow shovel, you started even earlier shoveling snow. Like your snow shoveling career started a good year and a half before your lawn cutting career, because your lawn cutting career was dictated by, can you stick your foot underneath while you're pushing it? That's the how they figured it out. And once you became tall enough that you didn't, there was less chance of your foot going underneath the lawnmower while you're pushing it, then that's your new job, pushing lawnmowers. Oh, Sue, you just like, it's sad. It's really sad. Like, to find kids that it doesn't work. I can't remember the last time. I cannot remember the last time I saw a kid walking down the street with a shovel in his hand. Like, I honestly can't. When I was a kid, we used to walk down the street, go door to door, knocking, cold calling on houses to shovel, and you would see other kids cold calling on houses to shovel. Like, we didn't have regular customers because we couldn't get enough driveways to shovel as a kid. So we used to go and knock on doors, and I remember competing with other kids on the street because they were like, they knew who would say yes, and we used to race to these houses. Oh, it was funny, man. I think about it. And we never shared. When you got a job, it was your whole driveway. It was yours. All the money was yours. No. I know if a kid went to a door today with a plastic snow shovel, they think it was a gun. Good chance he'd get shot, or the cops would come and tase him because they think he was armed. And I remember, do you remember those snow shovels? They're like a big scoop, like a big handle, goes down, and it had a big, massive scoop. Do you remember those? Do people know what I'm talking about? Do you remember those big? I'm gonna get a picture so I can show it to you. Okay, I got to show you this shovel. This was the game changer. The game changer for my snow shoveling days. Okay, where is? Oh, there it is. But it was metal. Here, I'm gonna get the picture for you. Okay. Does this work? Let me try this. Let me see if this works. I lost my chat. I gotta share this with you. Where are we? I've lost chat. There's chat. Okay. Now this one is a picture. I think tell me if it works. Did it work? It worked. Okay. All right, so you see it? Okay. Well, when we were kids, we had those, but they were metal, big aluminum ones, okay? And they were expensive. Well, that's really expensive. They want $174 for that. No way. No, that can't be right. That's ridiculous. Is that right? $175 for a snow shovel. That's absolutely ridiculous. I remember paying $20 for one. And it's not even metal. It's polypropylene with a metal wear strip. Here, let me see if I can get a picture of the one I had. I had an aluminum one. Oh, that's not really it. Oh, well, that's pretty close, actually. No, that's not really. This way, I think I found one here. They had the wheels on them. I never had the wheel one. The wheel one made no sense to me. It's snow. Like, why do you need wheels in the snow? Where is it? There's got to be one here. Oh, there's some stupid ones. There's a guy. He's using a chunk of plastic as a board. Oh, here's one. Yeah, this is more like it. Okay. How do I view image? All right, yeah, this is more like it. This is it, folks. Okay. Okay, so take a look at this one, all right? This is the one, this is the game changer. This was the game changer in my life doing driveways, okay? So I had the little scraper that I showed you in the Goose pen that I use, okay? Then I got this one, that aluminum one I just posted. I went from being able to do, 2 driveways at night after school to like between 4 and 5. Page not found? What? No way. I posted it. Okay, what's it doing? Why is it not posting? Okay, hang on here. There's got to be something here. Visit page. Okay, we'll try the page here. Hang on. See this YouTube? They shorten the. Try that. Okay, try that one now. Try that link. Does that work? Is that working? Someone tell me, please. Is it working? No good also? Nope. Another 404. Why is it doing this? I'm looking right at the page. Okay, I'm just going to show it to you. Okay? Because we're struggling here. So there it is. Okay? That's it. That's exactly what it looked like. All right? I'll zoom in a little bit here. Okay? So that snow shovel right there was like 20 bucks when I bought it. All right? And they made out of galvanized steel. All right? There was galvanized steel. It wasn't aluminum. It was heavy. I could do 4 to 5 driveways after school. Well, you know, I was telling you about the kids. We used to go up the street banging on doors. And who could do the most driveways? Well, you know, 2 was basically your limit. And then you're physically worn out, okay? Well, when I got that, look out. I was the snow shoveling king on our street. I could do driveways so fast. I was pounding the cash. I was rolling in the cash, man. It was like, I did a lot of snow shoveling as a kid. Who's this guy that keeps saying that he'll donate? Donate, man. What do you want, my number? Send the 100 million. You keep posting the same thing all the time. Gene, you have no idea. I had so much money. Do you think he's a bot? Well, if he's a bot, we'll just get rid of him. I don't need the 100 million because I'm independently wealthy on snow shoveling residuals. I'm still making money off the snow shoveling. Now, like, I invested properly with the snow shoveling money. I bought fancy jeans, stupid kid things, you know. I was like, never bought good stuff. It was a good time. I think of all the shoveling, man. I did a lot of shoveling. Couldn't get a kid to do that today, eh? Think about it. Man, oh man, I think about how much I shoveled and how much work I did to make money and kids today don't want to make money. They don't want to do it. No. Howicks, Mary. Not Jordache. Jordache was 90s. Do you remember the Howick jeans? GWG? Do you remember those? Does anybody here remember GWG and Howick jeans? Nobody. Well, you're probably you're too young. Gene remembers. Thank you. I always like when people remind me Bitcoin because I knew I don't even. Why do you want to depress me, Debbie? Ethan is still confused, doesn't know much. Mark remembers. Karina remembers. No, Calvin Klein was later, Sue. You're younger. Sue's younger. How old are you, Sue? Jordache, I'm talking 70s. GWG and Howick. Howick were like everybody, oh man. And Ethan's dumbfounded. Poor Ethan. So, but what do you, okay, you're 53, so Calvin Klein came after. Does Maggie remember GWG and Howick jeans? Jordache was later. Levi's, leftover from your brothers. I had Levi's leftover from my cousins. Oh. Anyways. I bought jeans. But see, we had a Wrangler factory in town. And if you wore a Wrangler, that meant you bought, there was a Wrangler outlet in town that sold seconds. So like you could pay $20 for a pair of jeans at the store or $2 at the Wrangler outlet. And so that means if you wore a Wrangler, you were like low income, like the bottom of the barrel in town. Basically, it was like a big giant welfare sign on your back. It's like you were poor. If you were wearing Wrangler, you were poor. So, of course, my parents, they had no problem with us looking poor, and we used to get Wranglers. So if you wanted to upgrade, or to Lee, here's another one, Lee jeans, that's another one. If you want to upgrade to like Levi's, Lee, GWG, or Howick, my parents would give you $2, right, because that's what you could buy a pair of jeans for, and you paid the $18 difference. So I shoveled snow to make the $18 difference because my parents would only give me $2 for a pair of jeans, and I had to come up with the other 18 to get either Levi's, Lee, Howick, or GWG. So, because I refused to wear the Wranglers, because we had a Wrangler factory right in town. So, well, Helen, you didn't grow up with a Wrangler factory right in your town. Trust me, once you have a Wrangler factory in your town, like a price of jeans go way down. Yeah, we all remember working. Maggie only wore Wranglers. I'm sorry, Maggie, that you had a childhood that abusive. Like, you know what, folks? Do you ever notice, like, if you live in a town where something's made, it's like the cheapest, like, especially when it comes to clothing. Well, now nothing's made in North America. All the clothing's made in Bangladesh. But, well, see, Mary, or Maggie, we knew the difference because we had a Wrangler outlet in town that sold jeans for $2 because they were seconds. They weren't good enough to go to a real store. The real store ones were $20, but the outlet was $2. So that you got a real quick lesson, especially when you're at school and everybody's laughing at you because you're wearing the $2 jeans. And you know how kids are so fair when it comes to, being, the peer pressure stuff. Kids would never make another kid feel bad. So. R.M. Williams, the Cadillac of jeans. I've never heard of R.M. Williams brand. I know, Helen, I know, because Wranglers, you wouldn't believe the size, well, they demolished it now, the factory's gone, but you would not believe the size of the Wrangler plant. Like, it was, oh man, I'm trying to get an idea how big it is. Well, it's like, it was bigger than Walmart. Like, it was bigger than the Walmart, okay? And we have a Walmart supercenter here in town. And the Wrangler factory was bigger than the Walmart supercenter, all right? It was massive. It employed a ton of people. And then free trade came in when Clinton and Maroney signed the free trade deal, and they moved the plant to Mexico. And then there was no more Wrangler outlet in town for $2 jeans. And then it was all right to wear. Now you can wear Wrangler jeans. Seriously, you can wear them now. There's no stigma attached to it because the factory went to Mexico. Now you can wear Mexican jeans with pride, but you couldn't wear a made in Canada Wrangler jean made up on the boulevard. No. Couldn't do that. We used to go to the Coke factory here in town and get Coke for free. For free. They used to give it away. They'd get stuff that wouldn't label right, and it'd be free. Then they had to paint a bottle, so then you'd get somebody in the factory selling it for nothing. We used to have a lot of factories in town. We had a Playtex factory. You could buy bras dirt cheap here. Like dirt cheap for Playtex. Anything Playtex. What was the other one they had here? It was like you could buy stuff cheap. My winter coat, my purple coat, was made in town. You could buy that stuff cheap. They moved to Mexico too. Everybody moved to Mexico after free trade. Because free trade is good. Well, Helen, a dirt cheap bra is a dirt cheap bra. They're seconds. You know, they don't match. So it really doesn't matter because, you know, they don't match anyways. They're not the braids, they don't match the same size, so it doesn't matter if it doesn't match. Oh, folks, we're not making any sense here. I'm going to go and have a little bit of a lay down. I'm so tired. Had a rough day. And then I'm going to go do the water run probably around 10 o'clock. I think 2 more nights of water run, and then I'm going to have the new water thing made in the barn where I won't have to do the 10 o'clock run because I'll have enough water to last until morning. Because the new water station they're going to make is huge. It's massive. I'm thinking it's going to hold, well, I think 4 containers of water. So tomorrow I'll see you at coffee, and then I'm going to go get straw and then deal with my driveway or something. Oh, Gene, I'm really looking forward to having big water in the barn. Now that we got a floor drain, I could never do this before because of the way the floor was slanted. All the water used to run in the back, but now the floor drain situation, water is not a problem. It all goes to one spot in the center, exactly where it should, and then out the drain, dripping slow, you know. So I'm pumped about that. So I'll see you for coffee tomorrow at around 10 o'clock. If you want to see me startle the ducks, it'll be around 10. Watch the barn streams, and I will startle the ducks, bringing them water. You'll see it. And I got to move to the hospital tomorrow too, because Fabio's brother has to come in and get soaked. I think he's got a bumblefoot. He's got a limp on one foot, and it looks like his foot has got a bit of a lump on it. So tomorrow that's going to happen also here. I'm thinking the driveway is not going to get done tomorrow. And it's always fun walking around a foot of snow. It's like walking around with weights on your feet. It slows you down. It's good exercise. So I'll see you tomorrow for coffee.